Hey everybody, let's take a look at an example where we're going to evaluate a determinant. And I've picked a determinant, or I've created a determinant, if you will, up there, and I want to evaluate this determinant. And again, we're going to get a number when it's all said and done. Okay, so let's take a look at what we end up with. I am going to choose the first row as the basics, if you will, and then I'll use the minors of that. So I have 3, 2, -1, okay? And then if I take that row out, let's examine the 3, I take the row and the column with the 3, and I'll be left with what you see here, right? So take out this top row and this first column, and I'm left with the 4, 5, -3, 7, okay? All right, then we take a look at the 2. If I take the row and the column, the 2 is in. Okay, the top row, the middle column, I'm left with -2, 5. And then 1, 7. And then I take the -1, I take that row and that column, and I'm left with -2, 4, 1, -3. Then I have to look at the plus minus arrangement. So I've got that up here. So positive, negative, positive. So this is plus, minus, plus. Right? Now that doesn't change the -1 to a plus. It says add -1 times this. Okay? So now we're going to evaluate each of these minors. I call those minors, right? And they're 2 by 2s. So what do I get? So positive 3, so I'm just going to say 3. 4 times 7 minus 5 times -3. Okay? Subtract 2. -2 times 7 minus 5 times 1. And then plus a -1, so that says subtract 1. -2 times -3, that's a 6. Minus 4 times 1, that's 4. Kind of skipped a step there, right? Okay, I just multiplied -2 times -3, 4 times 1, or 1 times 4. Okay, what do I get here? I have 28 minus a minus becomes plus 15. And then that 3, that goes out front there. -14 minus 5, so that's -19. So I have -2 times -19. And then 6 minus 4 is 2. So subtract 1 times 2. And what do I get here? I get 43 times 3, so that's going to be 129. -2 minus 19. So -2 times -19, that's positive 38. Plus 38. And then subtract 2. And so, what do I get? 129. 38 minus 2 is 36. 5. 15. Carry the 1. 6. So this evaluates out to 165. So this determinant evaluates to 165. Okay? Now, I want to try something a little different. I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to choose 2, 4, -3 as I'm going to choose that column for my operation. So I'm going to get 2, let me get down here a little bit, 2, 4, -3. So when I take the 2 out, I'm going to get -2, 5, the column and the row, right? The row and the column that the 2 is in. And you get -2, 5, 1, 7. Okay, so -2, 5, 1, 7. When I pull out the 4, the row and the column that 4 is in, I get 3, -1, 1, 7. Okay, so 3, -1, 1, 7. And then when I take the row and the column the 3 is in, I get 3, negative 1, negative 2, 5. All right, so 3, negative 1, negative 2, 5. Then I got to go over here for the plus, minus, plus, minus. So I chose that center column, so that's going to be minus, plus, minus. So minus, plus, minus. Right? Minus, plus, minus. The negative 3 doesn't change, except that now I have 2 negatives. All right, so I get negative 2. Let's evaluate. And I'm going to have negative 2 times 7. That's negative 14. Minus 1 times 5, or 5 times 1. So minus 5. Plus 4. I'm going to get 3 times 7. Right? 3 times 7, that's 21. Minus negative 1 times 1, so that's a negative 1. So minus and minus 1. And then minus and minus 3, so that's plus 3. 15 minus negative 2 and negative 1 is positive 2, so 15 minus 2. All right? What do I have here? I have negative 19 times negative 2, so that's positive 38. Right? Negative 19 times negative 2 is positive 38. And then 21 minus minus 1, so that's 22. 22 times 4 is 88. And then finally 15 minus 2, that's 13. 13 times 3 is 39. Okay? All right, so 38, no, I'm just going to roll down here. 88, 39. 8 plus 8 is 16. Plus 9 is 25. 5 plus 8 is 13. Plus 3 is 16. 165. I get the same answer no matter how I do it. And that'll always be true. Doesn't matter which row or column you choose. Can't take a diagonal. I can't take 2, negative 1, 5. That's not going to work. Doesn't matter which row or column you choose. You'll always evaluate to the same number. Okay? Choose a different row or column, and you'll see it comes out to be the same. You should do it just so that you got practice doing that. All right? So that's how you evaluate a 3x3 determinant. If we had a 4x4 or 5x5, we'd have lots of minors. Right? You do the same thing with the 4x4, for example. You'd have lots of little 3x3s. Then you got to evaluate each 3x3. Real pain in the backside. So we're going to let our calculator do the work on most of these. But I do want you to see how we do that for a 3x3. And that'll become important when we look at vectors in the next video. All right, if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. Thank you.